Welcome to Don't Argue Podcast. Hope you guys are well. Thank you again for tuning in. In other words, bonjour, comment allez-vous? How you guys going? Welcome. Look, before we get into it, I think you've known the topic. You can see it. I'm actually pretty excited to talk about this one here. This may lead into many different alleyways, I suppose. So we'll see how we go. But in saying that, though, welcome and hit that intro. Alright guys, hope you guys are well and fine on this Arvo, night, day, whatever, wherever. I have Instagram, so follow me there. I've also created an X account as well, so Twitter, in other words. So please follow me there. Anyway, we'll get straight into it. So the Tasmanian Devils have been revealed. It's what they are. I've seen the colour scheme, the logo. I love it. The reggae colours, I dig it. Look, a bit iffy about the actual design of the jersey, Guernsey, but in saying that, I'm sure it'll get better. So that's nonsensical to me. That's whatever. Obviously, some people like aesthetics, I get it, but that's nothing to me. The point is, there's 19th team, 2028, and they're obviously going to be building towards that. Draft picks, location. Obviously, there's a lot of politics as well. I've got to choose my words carefully here regarding that situation, stadium, etc. Right, a lot of emotion surrounding that. Right, so there's all that happening. But in saying that, it's here, and I actually like the incentive as well. Now I know there's been like 25,000 plus members already. Cool. $10. Cool. Don't care. I think for me it's actually important to get the members in there. Don't wrap your head too much about the $10. Who cares about it? I don't think you should either, right? Good incentive, $25,000 members already. Beautiful, right? Cool. Can't complain. In saying it though, so the reality is they are here, right? They're here. It's happening. But now begs the question, who is team number 20? Now, on my Instagram, I put down a few options. Northern Territory, right? A team from ACT. A team from SA, WA, or even a team from New Zealand. I threw that in there. Why? Because, the A-League, the NRL, the NBL, right? All those sort of big, quote-unquote, big leagues in Australia have a New Zealand team. That's the only reason why I've thrown it in there. Now, I want to give you my reasons for each location. All right, so I guess I'll start with Northern Territory. Now, Northern Territory, we know, a high Indigenous population, love footy. Obviously, teams go to Alice Springs every year to play, games there. And you see the crowd there, and it's beautiful to see. Freo are playing the D's there as well. I am wanting to get over to Alice Springs. Where I live is probably about 1,000 odd kilometers. So, I don't live near there, but, it's around there. So at the same time as well, what they're investing, all that stuff, keep some good players come from the Northern Territory, and obviously they've got a strong, decent, grassroots league there, right? So that's one reason, and I wouldn't see why not. Northern Territory, but in saying that though, the weather may be a deterrent. Now you may disagree, but that's something I've looked at. Now another one as well, WA. Now obviously WA have Freo, and the other team, West Coast Eagles. West Coast, multiple premierships. Freo, heave-ho, away we go, as you know. So we're still trying to find one. In saying that though, they could be a good team. That could be a potential team to have like 3 teams in WA. They've got the talent. A lot of talent come from there. Obviously the city as well, right? 2.1 million people there, give or take. So yeah, why not? Why not? SA, at the same time as well, have the same circumstance, same reasoning, right? 2 teams, however, both teams have won a premiership. Redlegs as well. Some in last year, there was this rumor going on that the Redlegs had made a bid team, potentially something like that. So you could say that they've got one foot in the door. Now, I believe their chairman came out and said nothing's been done. Hold your horses. But we all know when these smoke, They usually fire. So we'll just see what happens there. So that'll be a good venture too. Obviously SA again, centre of everything. And the 3 SA teams will be great. Redlegs quite a popular team, and they're actually my SA NFL team as well, the Norwood Redlegs. So that's one. Now the other team as well, ACT. Why ACT? Well, look, capital of Australia, right? They've got the Giants there, sure, in terms of playing there, but the Giants are technically a Greater West Sydney team. And just a side note as well, especially to all you GWS critics there, look, I will forever applaud and back the AFL for putting teams in the Gold Coast and teams in Greater West Sydney, right? They virtually put teams in places where you could argue there is no rain in the sense of popularity, liking, wanting for AFL, but nonetheless they've done it anyway, and it takes balls, big kahunas, like Josh Tracy, right? Big kahunas to do that stuff. So I applaud them, and every time I see a negative comment about GWS trying or no cry, I go back to the fact that, you know, at the end of the day, it takes time, and guess what? And even if it doesn't work out, well, hey, there's still a team in Greater West Sydney. Whether you like it or not, there's still a team there. End of story. And, you know, it's just the way it goes. And I love that. You know, just quickly, I follow the NRL. I wish they would do the same with WA and SA, you know. Just play them there. Just go for it. Anyway, nonetheless, ACT. Capital, they don't have a team. They do have a little bit of a league there from what I know. However, nothing too serious, but something there. It's worth a venture. It's worth a gamble. The Giants experiment as well. You know, the only negative, though, is what happens to the Giants if, you know, ACT get a team, right? Where they go, how does that work? So that's just the dynamic there. Something to ponder about. Now, the other team, New Zealand, right? Aotearoa. That's where I was born, right? Look, New Zealand is probably going to be more closer to GWS, right? And the Gold Coast Suns than any other team in terms of, you know, just that location, barely any interest. But in saying that, if the AFL have billions of dollars, I'm assuming, it's a project team. It's something that could work. Now, in terms of popularity, that stuff's all going to be organic from the grassroots. There is an AFL NZ competition as well. Something I may be inclined to talk about more often. But in saying it, nonetheless, New Zealand, you know, is a viable option. It's not a viable option in the sense that, you know, it's not logical. It isn't. But in saying that, if you want to be gutsy and pull the rabbit out of the hat, go for it. Go for it. You know, you've already got a few AFL players and continue to have AFL players of New Zealand heritage. Why not? Anyway, you know, why not? You know, based in Auckland, based in Wellington, Christchurch. Side reminder as well. Side note as well. I actually saw a AFL game in Wellington in 2015. It was a game between the Cats and the Saints. Anzac, I think. So I've actually watched AFL in 2 different countries. Not many, I think, can say that. So anyway, yeah. So New Zealand, but yeah. And saying that there is many options. The question is, which is the 20th team? I'm leaning more towards South Australia, the Redlegs. You know, I just think that infrastructure's here, culture's here, the people are here. But in saying that, at the same time as well, I actually don't mind the Northern Territory too, right? I think in terms of location, in terms of fanfare, it's going to be hard to argue, you know, finding a more passionate fan base, you know, NT. So, yeah, possibilities are endless. Anyway, Tasmanian Devils, they're here. They're ready to rock and roll. It only makes sense that the AFL look at the 20th team. As to who they pick, who knows? But, hey, I'll let you be the judge. Give me thoughts. Take it easy. See you guys next time. Don't argue. Go the Dockers. Welcome, Don't Argue, to